Thank you, Mr. Ntembo and Mr. Ntembo. Let us now invite our next distinguished guest, who is Mr. J. Nkabela. He is the ex-governing body chairperson of Verulam Secondary. Mr. Nkabela, please make your way on stage. Let's give him a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know.
Let us please put our hands together and welcome Radhika Ria Nankumar, scoring 81% in life orientation and 82% in accounting. Radhika intends studying BCom accounting at UKZN. Thank you once again, a round of applause as we welcome Timika Perumal. Let's make some noise for Timika Perumal as she scored 84% in accounting and 82% in life orientation. Timika has been accepted to study BCom accounting at UKZN. Next up, we have Vincent Tapule, scoring 80% in geography, 80% in is taking a gap year this year, but he plans to study environmental sciences, and this year he will be achieving his remote operator license as he intends studying GIS systems in mapping. Let's give him a big round of applause. Our next awardee is Krishna Ramdan, scoring 80% in geography and 80% in life science. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a wonderful. Krishna has been accepted at DUT to study medical lab science. Let's make some noise and put your hands together, scoring 80% in mathematics and in geography. To study the same engineering at UKZN. We thank you, Mr. Fadela. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my privilege to call on stage Mr. and Mrs. Superstar, who will help me do the next presentation. Let's give them a big round of applause, Mr. and Mrs. Superstar. Next up, please put together next up voice for Jian Simpa, who scored 81% in mathematical literacy and 83% in life orientation. Jian plans to study nursing at UKZN. Our next recording is Devash Rian Sirsa. Devash has scored 86% in accounting and 87% in information technology. Devash will be studying computer science this year. Let's put your hands together and give a big round of applause for our next awardee, who is Prashant Kutam, and he has scored 86% in tourism and 85% in information. Prashant is taking a gap year, but plans to study logistics management at UKZN. And our final awardee, let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. And our final awardee in the two distinction category goes to Anaki Gulu. Anaki has 81% in geography and 87% in Isabulu language. Let's put our hands together and give all our awardees scoring two distinctions and give a round of applause. And we also have a token of our appreciation that will go to Mr. and Mrs. Superstar. And to hand this token of appreciation, I would like to call on stage Mrs. M. Gokul, who also achieved 100% pass rate in the 2025 NSC examinations. Let's give a big round of applause to Mrs. M. Gokul. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage we have Mr. and Mrs. Superstar. They have been instrumental in assisting Verulam Secondary with many of our functions. And the decor you see before you, this beautiful decor, is the hard work of Mr. and Mrs. Superstar. So let's give them a big round of applause for tirelessly working behind the scenes and ensuring that we have the absolute beautiful decor you see before you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Ms. King. And now I'm not going to keep you too long. I'm going to call the educator who will be presenting the three distinctions. And that is Mrs. Yuvaraj, our accounting and business studies teacher. And I'm going to introduce our three distinction awardees. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my privilege to present to you the recipients who received three distinctions. I call upon Mr. P. Governor, who will make presentations of the SSS IT Solution Award. Mr. Sidney Governor, please join us on stage. Thank you. Okay, first up, the three distinctions is Tiana Reese Tanukaro. Tiana has received distinctions in Life Sciences 81, Information Technology 84%, and Life Orientation 88%. Tiana is studied at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Congratulations, Tiana. Next up, a round of applause to Amine. Amine has received in accounting 81%, life 80%, and which was 80%. Amine of the next is Mansundo to be collection. Study hydrology at the University of Zululand. Next up is Kayan Cooper. A round of applause for Kayan. Kayan achieved 81% in life sciences and 90% in tourism and an excellent 94% in mathematics literacy. Kayan mission to study graphic designing Kingsgate College. Next up, Arya Maraj. Arya has received 80% in life orientation, 82% in math literacy, and 87% in tourism. Arya will be studying occupational therapy at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. A round of applause for Ms. Mandisa Malonga. Manila, 2. 83% in Isidolo home language. 86% in life orientation. And 92% in personal studies. Manisha will be studying a BCom accounting degree in the Northwest University. Next recipient is Anamika Naika. Anamika has achieved 83% in accounting, 84% in consumer studies, 90% in mathematical literacy. Anamika will be majoring in accounting in a BCom degree at EduHop. Thank you, Anamika. Congratulations. Next recipient is Mega Kushe and Logo. Mega Kushe has achieved 82% in Isizulu home languages, 85% in life sciences, and 87% in geography. And Mega Kushe wishes to study chemicals engineering at the University of Bern. The next recipient for 3 distinctions is Fasile Ryokisa. Fasile Kikuchi, 81% in life orientation, 82% in information technology, and 85% in Isizulu home languages. This young lady wishes to study BCom majoring in information technology at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. The next recipient is Fatima Piabaku. Fatima achieved 82% in English home language, 82% in information technology, and 90% in life orientation. Fatima wishes to pursue a degree in physiotherapy at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Congratulations, Fatima. Next recipient is Travis Ramkistan. Travis recently studied a BCom degree at UKZN, and he has achieved 87% in accounting, 88% in life orientation, and 88% in life sciences. And the final recipient in the 3 distinction category is Dia Sargent. Dia is studying nursing and education. She has achieved 81% in mathematical literacy, 83% in tourism, and 85% in life orientation. Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Government, you may not say. Ms. S. Government, please can you join us in front? Oh, present. Yes. Mr. Government, can you please remain on? Will be a token for excellent results in Afrikaans. All the guests of audio watchers. Thank you. Yuvraj. Now, I once asked Van, she's an accounting teacher, what do you call a ledger that doesn't balance? She told me it's called a late night. To present our next category, we have now moved on to the four distinctions category. These are learners who have achieved A's, yes, and I'm going to math. Achieved 1% pass in the NSC exam. You know, they say, why mustn't you trust a math teacher who is only graph paper? It's because they're busy plotting something. So, without further ado, to present the four distinctions category, a math teacher with a stellar and outstanding record, producing 7 distinctions as well as a 100% pass, Mrs. N.D. Reddy. I don't use graphics. But yeah, I'd like to congratulate the DSE staff of 2025 on the outstanding achievement in the NSC exams. Well done to every one of the learners. As alluded by some great personalities, success doesn't come without education and hard work. Success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, a love for what you're doing or learning to do it. Success is the sum of all efforts repeated day in and day out. All our awardees have certainly put in many hours of hard work, great efforts in learning, and sacrifices in their studying to have successfully achieved so many distinctions. The Huhtamaki Flexible Packaging Awards are awarded to learners who have achieved distinctions in 4 subjects. I call upon Mr. K. Naidu, the Deputy Chairperson of the SGB, as well as the Environmental Health and Safety Manager at Huhtamaki Flexible Packaging. Ms. Naidu, will you please come forward to present the award? Our first award, a young man with the most charming smile, who is the epitome of perfection, will be following his career to make certain that all systems run flawlessly. Aiden Chetty will be studying computer science at MUS with a distinction in Life Sciences 84%. 80. Life Orientation 89%. And Information Technology an outstanding 94%. Right down. Sharanya Garaj, an unassuming and dedicated young lady whose love for the sciences has encouraged her to study chemical engineering at UKZA. Sharanya has achieved distinction in English home language 85%, 85% in information technology, 87% in life orientation, and 89% in life sciences. Well, actually, the gentle, kind-hearted, and ever willing to assist her fellow learners in achieving their goals is Chloe Governor. She was chosen to study computer science at UKZA. She has obtained distinction in mathematics 80%, life sciences 84%, life orientation 86%, and information technology a remarkable 93%. Let's put our hands together to call upon Merchant Government. A learner was highest consistently while paying attention to detail. He will be pursuing a career in biochemistry and physiology at the University of Johannesburg. Marshall has achieved distinction in physical sciences 80%, geography 84%, life sciences 86%, and certainly in my job, mathematics 92%. A quiet and intelligent learner with an interesting sense of humor is none other than Shreya Gavaldar. Shreya is not here, but she will be studying computer science at UKJN, and she has achieved English home language 80%, life sciences 80%, information technology 86%, and life orientation 88%. Nakubonga Myanda. She will be studying economic politics and philosophy of the She's mathematics 80%, life orientation 84%, Zulu 92%, painting a remarkable 95%. And I have a child of 12E, aka Bianca Lobo. She is lovely, sweet lady who has grown brave enough to leave her comfort zone to study accounting sciences at Wits University. English home language 51%, life orientation 81%, life sciences 81%, and accounting 87%. For our next appearance, I'd like to call upon Mr. Ibrahim to join Mr. Naidu on stage to present the award. Mr. Ibrahim Maxwell. Smart young lady making her way through is the beautiful Azra Sayed. She decided to enter into the legal field and will be studying law at UKZN. Her achievements are distinctions in mathematical literacy 81%, 86% in business studies, 86% in life orientation, and consumer studies 87%. Well done. That's the rest for the four distinctions. Thank you, Mr. Lynch. Thank you, Mr. It feels as if we are climbing a mountain, getting closer to the summit, the peak. The air seems to be getting thinner as we get out of breath and the anticipation grows. The pack is getting smaller, but the reward of a spectacular view is still ahead. It's now time to honor those awardees who have achieved 5, 6, and a full house of 7 distinctions, and to speak and give the award for these amazing awardees. I'd like to call upon Mrs. M.Y. Jacob.
She had a face and
The deputy principal of Gloucester Primary, according to state orders, to create reform. Ladies and gentlemen, beginning with learners who have achieved an amazing 5 distinctions, I present to you Ahana Badalia. Has skill, knowledge, and drive to be an amazing businessman. Ahana has achieved distinctions in life orientation, 80%, life sciences, 82%, counting, 83%, business studies, 88%, and mathematical literacy, 93%. We now have a learner who shines inside and outside the classroom. A star dancer, a super volleyball player, Divya and Governor. Divya, your her distinctions are Afrikaans, 80%, Geography, 80%, English, Life Sciences, 85%, 86%. Now, Anthony, I call upon Miss Anthony. Miss Anthony will present a token of appreciation to Mr. Naidu.
what about? What is it? Hey, I don't have a truth. Wait, what you said? What you said? I said, right. Oh, maybe we're gonna need to. That's a rubbish.
The manager of the estate.
Let me go stop. And yes, what am I short now? Well, give me let me go finish that. Well. Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the list. Achieved 5 distinctions. This extremely hardworking, beautiful, and free-spirited Savina Raju. Savina Ravi, Law GPSD. Her distinctions are life orientation, 81%, history, 83%, tourism, 83%, Afrikaans, 84%, and dramatic arts, 84%. Our next learner is so good to see our learner, our future amazing mechanical engineer. Yay, Verulam. Distinction in English home language, 80%, life sciences, 82%, life orientation, 83%. Geography, 91%. Being state, six distinction. These learners received partly different consultant engineers in the award. In this award will be presented by Mr. Partly Different. So to have it come forward. I repeat. Stage. Cat, 86%. Accounting, 87%. Life orientation, 87%. English home language, 88%. And business studies, 95%. The environment Ria Singh plans to study law at UKZA. Ria has achieved distinction in life sciences 80%, geography 82%, math literacy 83%, English 84%, life orientation 85%, and tourism 89%. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presenting these awards, the Billy Nyers Second Energy Award, Mr. S.A. Chetty. So would you kindly come forward? Ladies and gentlemen, first learner achieving 7th distinction. Now, this young man is a born leader. He is mild-mannered. He has the ability to bring people together. At our matric dance, this young man thanked every single person associated with BSS success. He thanked everyone from support staff to our staff, our SGB, parents and guardians and well-wishers. I present to you Ayush Budai. Ayush has achieved distinctions in English home language, 80%, Afrikaans, 83%, physical sciences, 86%, maths, 87%, life sciences, 89%, information technology, 91%, 91%. What are you? Ayush has been accepted to study computer science at UKZN. Our next recipient. This distinguished gentleman has an adventurous spirit, a young man who enjoys the outdoors. Ladies and gentlemen, when wishing him well, remember to never say break a leg. Human govern the ladies and gentlemen. Human has achieved the following: English, 84%, Maths, 86%, Afrikaans, 87%, Physical Sciences, 88%, Life Orientation, 90%, Life Sciences, 91%, Information Technology, 92%. Well done. When you study mechatronics engineering at UCT. And now, the next recipient is an energized bright spark, a trailblazer who plans to solve the energy crisis in the market. Yeah. Standing achievements, 91%. Life orientation, 92%. Life science, 94%. English, 95%. Information technology, 97%. Physical sciences, 98%. Mathematics, 99%. Final course report after that hype, that excitement, something out of this world, it's hard to come back down here, isn't it? So let me tell you a story. At least it'll calm you down. There was a baby Carol who was standing next to his mother. And he looked at his mother and he says, Mom,
why do camels have humps? And the mother camel looked at him and she said, well, we're desert animals, and we use the hump to store water so that we can survive in the desert with very little and so rounded. The mother said they're built for walking in the sand of the desert. The baby paused and said, okay, I have these really long eyelashes, and they sometimes get in my way. What's the purpose of these long eyelashes? And the mother said, in the desert, the wind blows hard and fast, and these long eyelashes protect your eyes from the desert sun. The baby camel thought, and he said, I see. So my hump is to store water when I'm in the desert. My legs are to help me to walk through the sands of the desert, and my eyelashes protect me from the wind. But tell me, Mom, why am I in the zoo? Your skills and your abilities are only useful if you are in the right place at the right time. Otherwise, they go to waste. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to bring on stage the awardees who achieved an A aggregate. So these awardees, when they worked out their final aggregate, had above 80%. That's no mean feat. Trick exam. So to honor them, I'm going to call first on Mr. M.I. Ismail, who is the ex-principal of Verulam Secondary School. Yes, you may applaud. We have 17 learners who scored a whopping A aggregates in the NSC exam. In particular, well, actually alphabetical order. The first recipient is Ahana Ahmed Badia with an aggregate of 83%.
You hold 2 times 3, so we took time to say, when I'm all in darkness, when I'm over, and he began to speak. He said, it's time for me to learn.
I don't think half of the ones would even know the song that was playing. But anyway, the second recipient scored 87%. And you've heard that he is a young man who has a heart of gratitude. Ayush Budai. The next recipient with an aggregate of 83%, Aiden Chetty. With an 80% aggregate, Sharanya Dilraj. Human. 60% aggregates, and the liquor, NICA. Can I please call upon Mr. and Mrs. Rashid to the stage? Mr. and Mrs. Rashid. Mr. and Mrs. Rashid own a company called SA Protection, and Mr. Rashid is also our SGB chairperson. With an aggregate of 86%, Aria Naika.
Boys on Sunday downtown, everybody can go up.
80% aggregates, Amanda, Bianca, and Lola. Amanda, Lola.
Hey, give me your key. I'm going back.
But you know, not like Kendrick but standard disease may not pass. Makes sense. Even
Bye, off now. What the fuck? I think little. Quite right, my job.
yes, up 80%. Got you. Up 80%. Travis, Jalen,
You know, go to back. Where was that? Still walking. Letting.
See, with an aggregate of 1%.
Yeah, I might.
How will you know all this? With an aggregate of 82%, Aneta, Lydia, Balakasi.
Yeah. Yeah. Mine is.
And our last piece of an A aggregate with an 82% aggregate. Chloe Lavender. Thank you, Mr. Goba to present Mr. and Mrs. Rashid with a token of our appreciation. Mr. Goba. I don't see Mr. Goba. Can I call Mr. Mutala to come forward? Mr. Mutala. Okay, Mr. Mutala is our geography educator, and together with Mr. Gavanda, our principal, they have achieved a 99% pass rate for geography. Here at BSS, we try to give our learners a holistic education, not just academic, but we strive to build up the whole child. So we focus on sport and culture as well. Today, we will be presenting some learners who have excelled on the sporting field or in some cultural event. But to tell you or to explain further about these awards, I'm going to call upon Mr. T. Chandala, and he's going to take you through our co-curricular and extracurricular awards.
Good afternoon to everyone that is here. Thank you for being here today with us to celebrate the greatness of Verulam Secondary School. I stand here today a proud educator and coach, as I have the honor of presenting the Chester Verulam Falcons Athletic Club Awards. Mr. UNESCO, please can you come to the front to present these awards? For those who don't know, he is the chairperson of the Chester Verulam Falcons Athletic Club. Today, we have 3 categories of presentation: volleyball, table tennis, and debates. In the category of volleyball, we have here today an individual that is simply elite. She has perfected the overarm serve. Her position on court is the ace that runs the place. Her accomplishments are as follows. She has captained the Verulam Secondary School volleyball tournament under 15 girls team. She was selected to play for the Friendship Games 2025 and the big one. She has been selected at the Interprovincial Tournament in the under 19 division, and this allowed her to obtain her KZN colors in volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, the order she brings to the court is unmatched. A striker who is quick, sharp, and accurate. The defense simply cannot react. I present to you Zara Raju. In the category of table tennis, this young sports star is currently ranked in the top 20 players in her under 15 division in KZN and is part of the Verulam table tennis club. Her accomplishments began at the Tonga Games, where she won a division without losing a single match. She followed that up with a dominant display at the Friendship Games. Her excellent performance continued into the KZN Summer Games, narrowly missing out on a place in the final round. The greatest highlight came at the SS or the SA Table Tennis Championships in October. She competed in the under 15 mixed doubles. They delivered a stellar performance, winning a bronze medal, placing third in South Africa. A stunning debut indeed. I present to you Mary Aurelia Gowda. Mr. Glover, please remain on stage. I'm going to call up on stage Mrs. M. Pariachi, the treasurer of the Verulam Falcons Athletic Club. The next category that we have, the awardees demonstrate the skills of oratory and leadership of thought. PDL, the Phoenix Debate League, an estuary for the growth of young leaders of thought, change makers, and critical thinkers, invites speakers from various schools around Verulam and Phoenix, with over 100 speakers participating in debate tournaments. And as always, Verulam Secondary School rises to the challenge and achieves success. I will now announce the recipients of the debate awards. Receiving an award for being a speaker in the junior debate that was crowned champions for PBL 2025, Charity Teguru. In absence, we have the honor to receive the award. On to our next awardee. Also receiving an award for being a speaker of the junior debate team that was crowned junior champions for PBL 2025, ranked 5th best speaker, and a junior speaker for the KZN provincial squad. I present to you Nolwandle Mawaza. Also, our last awardee. This individual has taken it to the next level. He has achieved 3 different types of awards. I stand corrected, it may be even more. The first, KZN Provincial Tournament Junior Play Winners 2025. The second, KZN Provincial Tournament ranking top 10 Junior Academy speakers, making the KZN squad for 2025. The PDL Provincial Squad 2025. The Phoenix Debating League Junior Squad Member 2025. The PDL Finals Junior Best Speaker 2025. The PDL Top 10 Senior Speakers Placing third, the PDL Finals 2025 winners. As you can see, have many. The KCM Schools Provincial Championship. And second last, actually, we have the Debating League, fifth, Best Reply Speaker. And lastly, we have the Best Academy Speaker, sixth position for the KCM Schools Provincial Championship. Please help me welcome and put a round of applause for Ryan No Premra. Listen, this man on stage to receive a token of appreciation for everything that Mr. Doba does for the community and that of Secretary. We want to thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Chandala. We have now come to that part of the evening where we hand over our special awards to our matric learners. And to take you through the next part of the presentation, I'd like to call on stage Mrs. S. Ramlakhan.
That the lack of applause is because you are stunned or you are worried. Good evening once again. I firstly want to thank you for your patience and for your contribution this evening in sharing in the success of our VSS learners. Now, I don't tell as nice stories as Mel does, but I do have one story, and that story is of resilience. In the day and age in which we live in, it is wonderful that we can recognize academic accolades. But as parents and as educators, we also strive to recognize the child beyond the results. And these special awards, although both academic and other, are a testament to the fact that Verulam Secondary understands the responsibility it has to developing the whole child. These awards are made possible by the partnership we share with our community. It is a well-known adage that we are only as much as you are. So together, the Verulam community, and especially the ex-learners of Verulam Secondary, live out this motto of live and help live. So tonight, as we honor these very special individuals, we want to say thank you also to all of you who have contributed in all of your possible ways, financial and other. It takes a village to raise a child, and without you, this would not have been possible. So I'm going to ask you to please stretch your arms a little bit. Yes, Mrs. Raman gave an instruction. Just turn the wrists a little bit to the left and then to right. And now give yourselves a round of applause for being the supportive individual that you are. Additionally, I'm going to need those hands to work a little more as we go through these awards. So I have some ulterior motive there. With our high-performing learners, we always recognize the highest achievement in the subject. And that is the category that we will be moving into now. This is the MSI Fruit and Veg Award for Excellence in Life Orientation. May I request Mr. S. Ismail, our sponsor, together with Mrs. S. Ismail, coincidentally no relation, to please join us on stage. Now, whilst Mrs. Ismail makes her way to the stage, life orientation, ladies and gentlemen, is not a walk in the park, sometimes a walk on the ground, but other than that, it requires a deep understanding of many processes that will affect our learners, as Mrs. Ismail has managed to help all of our learners through to a successful 100% path. So a round of applause for that. And successfully to help our awardee, who achieved 92%, Hayden Release. Thank you. So now Hayden can say he knows about math and science and he knows about math. Welcome to you, Hayden. Next of all, to Mitch. In absentia, goes to Marwan Zakaria for 84%. Mr. Klein will remain there for us. Excellence in English home language goes to any guesses? Hayden, Lee, Humphrey, for an astounding 95%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite an achievement. English home language is quite a demanding and challenging learning area. And yes, I am multitasking. In his interview with Radio Lotus, when Caden was asked what is difficult about the year, he said that English was his most difficult subject. And I think he was being modest, but he's worked really hard and we're extremely proud of his 95%. Well done. All right. We'd like to call upon now. I think we have a token. There we go. We'd like to appreciate Mr. Ismail from MSI Fruits and Veg. Thank you so much for your sponsorships. Thank you so much, sir. I now call upon Mr. Noble, the principal of Everett Heights Primary, to assist us with the next presentation, which is the Kulunati Electrical Award for Excellence in Afrikaans. We're going to ask Ms. H. Kelly to join us as well, please. Mrs. Kelly, by Dan Himotro, on Friday, after that, receive Heinz Kate East. We should have told him to bring along a little wagon today. We also have a little presentation for Mrs. County for the excellent Afrikaans results
that she has produced. Ladies and gentlemen, the language is a difficult department, and we work hard. And so when our learners perform as well as they did this year, we have to give our hats off to our entire LLC team. So a round of applause for all our educators in language literacy and communication. Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to call on Mr. Jonas Doma now for the Chester Verulam Health Executive Award for Excellence in isiZulu. Will Mrs. T.D. Taylor also join? So I will see Taylor up on stage together with Mr. Doma. isiZulu home language had 100% pass rate and 24 distinction. So a round of applause for our isiZulu team made up of Mrs. T. and Mrs. Mendazwe. The awardee achieving the highest percentage of 92 is Nokubonga Nyangu. My apologies again. And if you can remain there for me for a few more minutes. Our next award is the Chester Verulam Falcons Athletic Club Award for Excellence in Mathematical Literacy. I'm going to invite Mr. Gangidu to please come up on stage. He's the educator involved with mathematics literacy, together with Doba. Our recipient is, with 94%, Helen Cookham. Mentioned earlier, for the 13 learning areas have achieved 100%. And we want to thank our learners for working so tirelessly with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not easy. The amount of pressure that we put on our young people to perform is actually crazy. And they rise to the occasion. And today, parents, I want you to remember that even if your learner did not distinguish themselves as you expected, the fact that they have reached the pinnacle of their education for schooling and have done them proud in so many ways is what should be celebrated. Mr. Doba, if you can just please wait 1 second for us as well. We're going to ask you. All right, no, I see we actually completed your awards. Thank you, sir. You're always so generous to us, helping us at school. I think we're fortunate to have association, especially with the club. And Mr. Doba, like other ex-learners, they truly have understood the perspective that our school motto gives, and that is to come back and give back to your community. Our next award for the highest mark in consumer studies, I'm going to ask Ms. Vimuli to please help us. This is the Jane Chitre Award. You can see we have a wonderful team who multitasks here. Our recipient of the award is Azra Said with 87%. Well done. Our next category is the P. Mitu Award for Excellence in History. I'll request Mrs. P. Mitu to join us on stage, please. Now, Mrs. Mitu, together with her class of history students, have made history with 100% pass this year. The highest mark for history with 83% is Serena Raju. We also have a token for Mrs. Mitu to say thank you for the hard work. Whilst we are presenting this to Mrs. Mitu, let's get on to the Simon Travel and Tours Award for Excellence in Tourism. May I request Ms. Diasha Dene to please come to the stage. She's our representative from Simon Travel, and together with Ms. V. Mudley, if you can please join us on stage. And our recipient with a staggering 90% is K.N. Cooken. We also congratulate Mrs. B. Mudley on 100% pass rate for our tourism class. Ms. Mudley, you'll please assist us with the token. Ma'am, Ms. Dene, please accept the token on behalf of Simon Travel. Thank you from Verulam Secondary for your generous sponsorship and support of the school. The next award is the K. Herbens Award for Excellence in Computer Applications Technology. I'll request Mrs. K. Herbens to join us on stage. Mrs. Herbens works tirelessly with her students for both our information technology and our computer applications technology. We have a practical assessment task, a PAT component, and these young ladies are here every weekend trying to get that sorted out. So the commitment they have shows in the results they have produced. Our learner who has achieved the highest mark for computer applications technology is Aryan Naika with 86%. As Mrs. Siakanda makes her way to the podium, we'd like to congratulate her for a 100% pass rate for her drama class this year. And leading the drama class with an amazing percentage, 88. Congratulations to Rose Sisi Schlanger. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Rose certainly knows how to bring the drama. And we'd like to give you some flowers before you step off the stage. Thank you for the hard work and all the extra hours you put in. Our next category is the Wealthy Independent Consulting Engineers Award for excellence in physical science. May I request Mr. Bazi Dippin to please join us on stage. Mr. Dippin is an ex-learner of our school. And may I request Ms. M.Y. Jacob, our physical science teacher, to make her way to the stage as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard earlier, but I think I'm just going to keep repeating it because good news sounds better each time you say it. We have our recipient who's achieved 98%, which is the highest mark for physical science in KZN. Welcome to KZN, please.
Banging the
And I think, Mrs. Jacob, that means you probably the best physical science teacher in KZN. Well done to you. And I would like to say it in class. Now, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me for that little quip. Mrs. Jane Naidu, as you'll see, is what we call our silent master. She's the brain, the brawn, the everything behind this wonderful awards function. And we are going to know a little bit more about her just now. If we can please, okay, I still need Mr. Dickon to help me a little bit so we can present his token a little later. Thank you, Mrs. Jacob. If I can call Mrs. Indy Reddy on for now the Bazi Dickon Consulting Engineer Award for Excellence in Mathematics. And Mrs. Reddy has achieved 100% pass rate in her classes, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
And I'm sure you can calculate who our recipient is. Come along, Hayden, read back with them. For an amazing 99% for mathematics. And again, well done, Indy Reddy. Also, like many of our educators, committed to coming here every Saturday so that we can give your learners the best that we possibly can. Mr. Dickon, if you'll please stay on stage for me now, and Hayden, don't go too far. I'm going to ask Mrs. Jane Naidu to join us on stage. While Mrs. Indy Reddy receives the token, Mrs. Jane Naidu, please join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about this amazing woman. Mrs. Jane Naidu is our acting deputy principal, and she is, like I said earlier, the entire functioning of our award ceremony. She works with a very able team, and she's a hard taskmaster because she understands how important this event is on a school's calendar. So I'd like us to first give ma'am a round of applause for that amazing function that she's doing. This award, the Bazi Dickon Consulting Engineers Award, goes to the learner who has excelled in mathematics and physical science, and it is our own Caden Reed Humphrey.
I am sorry.
So at some point we're going to invite Hayden to talk to us about what's that secret that brings you to 99% in maths and 98% in physical science. Well done, Hayden. And we have a token for Mr. Dippin as well. Thank you for your continued support to your alma mater over all of these years. We really appreciate it. Our next award is the Lab 24 Award for Excellence in Life Sciences. If I can please request Mr. Ram Prasad, who is the CEO of Lab 24, to join us on stage. So you're here, wonderful. Together with Mr. M. Naidu, the life science teacher, responsible for the learner with the highest mark. Mr. Naidu has also produced excellent results, and those excellent results have brought us to 94%. And again, Hayden reads Weapon. We have a total. We'd like to thank you so much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, you too can be part of this wonderful occasion through the sponsorships that we make. The sponsorships from our community is how we honor our young people at this magnificent events like our awards day. The next award is the B. Maharaj Award for Excellence in Business Studies. May I request Mrs. U. Maharaj to please join us on stage while I make her way up to the stage. We want to thank her and congratulate her also on a 97% pass for the Business Studies class of 2025. Our recipient is Arya Naika with 95%. I do want to apologize. I would like to give Mr. Ramprasad the opportunity to say a few words. Sir? Thank you, Mrs. Yuvraj.
Thank you very much. I think to say a few words, I think we'll spend the rest of the afternoon here, but I've heard a few rounding tummies as you're sitting there. So just, I think, from a Lab 24 perspective, we're very privileged and honored to be a part of this very august audience this afternoon, particularly with the outstanding future of our country and the world, as we have so many potential great leaders. I think most importantly, what stands out at Verulam Secondary is the very, very dedicated and committed educators that do such a phenomenal job. Education has, for a long while, been a concern in the communities, and the outstanding results that we are seeing today can only be achieved by the committed man of education. Congratulations and well done. Just a quick one on anyone that's following the laboratory medicine route going forward out of this wonderful particulars. Please feel free to engage with us for any guidance, assistance, on the job kind of training and experience. We'll be happy to support them. Thank you.
Wonderful. What wonderful appreciation, Mr. Ramprasad. Thank you, and we certainly will encourage our learners to take up that generous offer. We now move on to the Rugby Family Award for Excellence in Accounting. We have the mum of Mr. Rugby here. If she can please join us on stage, together with Mrs. Ramrathan. Mrs. Ramrathan. Ladies and gentlemen, we've enjoyed the continued support of the Rugby family, and Mrs. Ramrathan, together with Mrs. Jane Naidu, were our principal auditors of the capacity and capabilities of our learners for the year. And because they did such a sterling job and balanced all of the books, they have ended up with a 100% pass rate in accounting as well. Now for our recipient. This young lady, and I need to tell you a little story for it. Earlier in the year, before Mrs. Ramrathan retired, she struck up a deal with our recipient, and she said that if you can earn the highest mark in accounting, then I will reward you in a special way. So we're holding you to that today, Mrs. Ramrathan. We want to congratulate Nokubonga Nyadu for 95%. Nokubonga also received a generous cash voucher to the value of 6,000 rand to all for three from the Rugby family. Together with I want to say bride, but I'm going to say prize from Mrs. Ramrathan. And again, congratulations to you, Mrs. Rugby, if you will also remain on the stage for us. Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing we recognize as educators is that we see your children more than you do. And this is why we develop such strong relationships with them. So as much as we celebrate and we're excited that they're moving on, it also sometimes feels a little sad that we say goodbye to yet another team. So thank you, Mrs. Rugby, also for continued support to Verulam Second League, and Mrs. Ramrathan, praise for the excellent results. We know we can count on you for having our backs. Wonderful. We now move to the Arsenal Hypersave Awards. If I can ask Mr. Arsenal to please join us on stage. This is the Arsenal Hypersave Award for Excellence in Information Technology. Mrs. N. Governor, will you join us as well? Ladies and gentlemen, while Mrs. N. Governor makes her way to the stage, I want to tell you of her accomplishment also. Ma'am has managed to bring our learners to superb results in IT, where she had 13 distinctions out of 16 students. So a round of applause for that magnificent effort. And one of those distinctions, leading the pack with an amazing, astounding 97%. Welcome back, Caden Reese Griffin. Just a small reminder to Caden's parents, you're going to need to reserve some wall space at home. he has, as we say in English, clean house. Mr. Asman, if you'll wait on stage for us, please. Thank you, Mrs. Governor. Our next award is the Arsenal's Hypersave Award for Excellence in Geography. And I'm going to ask our principal, Mr. Governor, to join us. And it's usually about this time that he does the superior trick. Now, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd be failing my duty if I didn't recognize Mr. Governor for a moment. On your way to the stage, sir. It's the first time I get to tell you what to do, which is great. Leadership, if you are in a space of leadership, you'll understand that leading from behind is more fulfilling in some instances, but also leading alongside is the most significant type of leadership. And Mr. Governor, he fights on the front line with us as an educator for a grade 12 class, which means he understands what we go through with our learners. He's actually fighting for time to teach our learners. He's here to give time over and above the responsibilities that he has. And now he's nurturing a young man to follow in his footsteps. That sort of commitment, Mr. Governor, is hard to find. So we want to applaud you today and also for your 100% pass rate in geography. And we want to call along your top students with 91%, Anele Lydia Delacasi. Well done, Anele. Mr. Matala, there's a request for you to join Mr. Governor on stage. It's actually quite endearing, ladies and gentlemen, to see how Mr. Matala has learned under Mr. Governor. It's a testament to very secondly preparing the next generation for excellence. Thank you. Mr. Asmal, we're going to ask you to wait a little longer for us. We now move out of our category of being highest subject distinction and into some very special awards, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I want to thank you for your patience. You being here is the most important part of this celebration. We now have the Asmal's Hypersave Award, which is called the Resilience Award. This award goes to a learner persevered despite trying circumstances. Our recipient dealt with a traumatic situation last year when her mother was caught in crossfire and injured in a hail of 14 or more bullets, some of which still remain within her. Our young lady showed courage and determination and cared for her injured mother while going through her matric year and assisting her to the extent of having to attend to home affairs, to reapply for documents, and to help sort out the situation that her mother found herself in. Her story reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is acting in spite of fear. This young lady plans to study pharmacy this year. She achieved her goal of a bachelor's path and an A, but more importantly showed us that everything is possible when you stand firm and tall. Please help me congratulate Angel and Keys, who receives our Resilience Award, and that's a cash voucher of 2,000 rand. And while we are here, let me also give gratitude to Mr. Boxer, Asfam, and his group. For those of you who've been following our journey here at Verulam Secondary, you all know that Sir has been with us, I can't even count how many years. And he's the first to say, let's do it, Mr. Governor. And that's the sort of support that we as a school need from our community. His ability to see that investing in us invests in the community of Verulam, and that grows greater dividends, is something we truly admire. So thank you, Mr. Asman, for continuing to support, and we love that Sir is always with us through every possible event that we have at our school. We truly appreciate his contribution. Our next award is the Raptor Score Award for triumphing against all odds. The Triumphing Against All Odds is an award that is presented to a learner who has excelled academically despite challenging circumstances. Our recipient has faced trying circumstances that would have deterred many a young person. Her only support system through her matric year was her ailing grandmother, who would so wonderfully come to us at meetings and say, "Thank you for helping my child." She managed to take the adversity she faced and turn it into tenacity. This young lady fought the enemy of circumstances and emerged triumphantly, having produced A's in life orientation, history, tourism, Afrikaans, and dramatic arts. She has shown grit and grace, and that your attitude decides your altitude. Please congratulate the following learner, and I'm going to ask Mrs. Espediachi, the treasurer of our SGB, to help us with this presentation. Our congratulations is going to go to Selina Raju. Selina definitely wants to study and is seeking financial funding currently. And to help towards that, we are grateful to Raptor Score for giving her a generous cash voucher of 2,500 Rand to start off that journey of her study. So well done to Sabina. Mrs. Pajachi, you're going to also wait on stage for us. As you heard earlier, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Pajachi has been serving on the SGB for 3 terms now. That's 9 wonderful years of HRM procedures, long meetings, and she's always here to give support to the school in any way. So as her term comes to an end, we want to say thank you to you, ma'am, for your commitment to Verulam Secondary School. A round of applause for Mrs. Pajachi. Moving on. Also, the Raptor Score Award for the Most Improved Learner. The Most Improved Learner is calculated by comparing the learner's grade 11 result and the final result of the grade 12 NSC exam. This year, our learner, 15% on the aggregate, is Cuvette Nigel. If I can ask Captain Nigel from our school governing body to join us on stage. Together with the drum record. Cuvette receives a cash voucher of 2,500 Rand. And once again, thank you to our sponsors, Raptor Score. We want to wish her all the best as she makes her way to a nursing career over the next few years. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's wonderful that our ex-learners can come back and give to the school so that we continue the excellence that we are as Verulam Secondary. Our next award is the 3G Dawn Strucking Award, the 3 Generations Award. I'm going to ask Mrs. Ready to make her way to us. Let me tell you a little bit about the 3 Generations of Infinite Potential Award. This award commenced with 3 ex-learners of Verulam Secondary School. Father, the late Mr. M.P. Govender, who matriculated in 1957. Daughter, Prema Govender, who matriculated in 1987. And granddaughter, Dr. Ravanya Govender, who completed her matric in 2017. It is an award given to a learner who has shown infinite potential and promise. Our recipient has shown grit and perseverance. She has proven that she can be tenacious in even the most difficult circumstances. Despite her challenges of personal health issues, she managed to get through this year with an amazing 5 A's in life orientation, life sciences, accounting, business studies, and mathematical literacy. That's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Despite her challenges, she started a small business of handcrafted jewelry to support herself through the year and to assist her parents. She has achieved excellent results in the NAC exam, but more importantly, she's achieved a correct mindset that those who help themselves are definitely successful. Please help me welcome Ahana Ahmed Bedalia, who received a 2,000 Rand cash voucher from the Dawn's Trucking Company. And Ahana hopes to complete her studies, possibly in the direction of business, so that she too join the entrepreneurial sector of our country. Well done once again, Ahana. We also have a token for Mrs. Reddy. Thank you, Mrs. Perry, and for representing the Dawn Strucking Awards. We also say, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a ground sign that your digestive system works. Our next category of award is the Verulam Secondary Bursary Fund Award. I'm going to ask Mrs. Ramrathan to join us on stage again. This award came about when the Verulam Experience Society was an active community-based organization who ran a successful bursary fund. However, with the aging members and a lack of younger recruits, they have decided to close down their activities. Since then, the members who were all affiliates of Verulam Secondary decided to sponsor the final balance of 135,000 Rand to the school on condition that we continue the legacy of assisting needy learners and deserving learners with the interest earned, and to get these learners to come back someday and add to these funds so as to sustain it. Again, learners, if you heard that, I said add to these funds when you come back to your alma mater and you live and help live. Our recipient for this year receives 5,000 Rand towards his study, and we know that when he designs South Africa's new energy system, he will come back and quadruple our bursary. But we congratulate Hayden Rees. Ladies and gentlemen, what's heartwarming to see is this journey that we make as Verulam Secondary School is monitored so closely within our community that so many people have called to congratulate us, ex-learners, ex-teachers, members of the community, and all of our political affiliates have joined us in wishing well to our learners. We now honor academic excellence and achieving a full house of 7As through the Huhtamaki Flexible Packaging Award. Now, please allow me a moment while Mr. K. Naidu, the Deputy Chair of the governing body, together with the Huhtamaki representative, make their way to the stage. Allow me to tell you how valuable Huhtamaki Flexible Packaging has been in the relationship to Verulam Secondary School. Not so long ago, they made a generous sponsorship of backpacks and stationery to deserving learners. Over the years, they have contributed to the various fundraisers we've had. And this year, they have given us a generous sponsorship of 20,000 rands towards the function today. So, round of applause for the Huhtamaki Flexible Packaging Group. And they are honoring today our 3 learners who've achieved 7As. We want to congratulate first Ayush Budai. And Ayush is enjoying the golden moment as seen by his wonderful highlights. Looking good. Next up is Kieran Gavathar. And in the course of last year, he had a serious motorbike accident which took him out of action, but that didn't stop him. And here he is today with a fantastic full house of 7As. And our last recipient of 7As, make your way over, Hayden Rees, Hakweven. Hayden, I was joking earlier that I said your name today more than anybody else's. It's a good sign. It shows that we value the effort that you have put in, both as a learner of Verulam Secondary School and a member of the Verulam community. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the penultimate award. This is the Good Leadership Award, which is presented in memory of Jivesh Maharaj. I'm going to ask the following individuals to join us on stage. Mr. M.I. Ismail, former principal of Verulam Secondary School. Mr. S. Naidu, former educator at Verulam Secondary. Mrs. S. Chetty, Mr. Rameshri, Mrs. R. Singh, Mrs. E. Mudli, and Mr. Kabela. If you can please make your way to the stage. And as they make their way to the stage, I want to tell you that there are so many individuals who have played a role in the lives of our recipients today. All our educators, both those who teach from grade 8 to 11, as well as the grade 12 educators, have worked hard. These members have been part of our school staff over the last few years. Mr. Ken Perumal as well. My apologies. Mr. Perumal, if you'll join us. And many of these fantastic individuals who contribute to Verulam Secondary, coming back to Verulam Secondary is always heartwarming. Many of them have played a role in shaping the individuals that we have in our august institution. So today, I'm going to ask them to join us in making the presentation. Mrs. Ramanathan. Mrs. Ramanathan, we call her new very often that now that you're not at Verulam Secondary School. But I can say we are eternally indebted to these individuals who've contributed to the entire ethos of the school. And today, we want them to join us in congratulating our Good Fellowship awardee. Good Fellowship is displayed through loyalty, friendship, empathy, trust, and goodwill across the entire grade 12 class of 2025. The Good Fellow has a good rapport with all educators, support staff, and learners. He or she must be seen as approachable, caring, and willing to assist at all times. They have to be impactful on the lives of their peers and act selflessly and often sacrifice personal time and energy. Our recipient embodies the motto of the school, live and help live. She has served as the chairperson of the RCL and was unanimously elected to represent our circuit in the district RCL body. This shows her capacity. She has skillfully tackled issues on behalf of learners, both amongst her peers as well as at governing body meetings, willingly assisting learners who needed help across learning areas and giving time and support. Additionally, she has been a role model to many young women at the school and shares an outstanding relationship with educators and support staff. Please join me in congratulating Fatima Bakr, our fellow for 2025.
What up, nigga? Right, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, awards such as Good Fellowship recognize individuals beyond just the academics. And that is a very important aspect of the education we provide here at Verulam Secondary. We want to thank all of our ex-staff and members of Verulam Secondary. Once again, we appreciate all the effort you have put into our school and our learners. And we are excited to have you back with us, even if for a little while. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, and no, I'm not saying goodbye. We come to the most coveted award in the academic life of any child. The most coveted award at a school is presented to the DUCS awardee. Now, at this point, I'm going to ask Mrs. Faker, our beautiful, wonderful supporter of Verulam Secondary, to please make her way to stage as she will present the DUCS Award in memory of Mr. J.M. Baker. Ladies and gentlemen, usually at this point, I get to ask you, can you guess who it is? I think that's not going to work today. So I thought to take a different route. As a teacher of English, I'm hoping my creativity gets noticed tonight. There we go. I said the signs are there. So I decided to remind the class of 2025 of how wonderful alliterations can work. For those of you who have forgotten what this is, an alliteration is a repetition of a consonant sound. Betty bought a bit of butter. So here goes. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate a learner who is not just successful, he is consistently, conclusively, convincingly exceptional. A young man whose life seems to run on calculation, concentration, and the old cool cat mentality, whose brain clearly has a permanent subscription to complex equations and critical thinking. See what I did there? When it comes to mathematics and science, this learner doesn't just solve problems, he conquers them. Formulas fear him. And equations, they just cooperate. He's calm, cool, and collected. The kind of person who makes excellence look effortless and success look natural. But what truly defines him is not his cleverness, it's his character. He is compassionate, caring, and considerate. A learner who shows class, not just classroom brilliance. And let's be honest, with his provincial placement of third in the top 10 of KZN, his place position in the Pinetown district, and the highest percentage for physical science in KZN, his reputation and his achievements, he's basically a celebrity at this point. But thankfully, a humble one. With an outstanding 95% aggregate, this young man has shown us what it truly means to be dedicated and deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, a learner who represents the very best of print in the 91% for Afrikaans, courage in the 92% for Allo, consistency in 94% for life sciences, competence in 95% for English, confidence in 97% for IT, conviction in 98% for physical science, and calculated genius for 99% in mathematics. He is simply in a class of his own. Our champion of consistency, our top achiever for the 2025 academic year. Please will you rise and give a resounding Verulam secondary congratulations to Kagan Reed High. I'll put the of 20 down. Dr. Isaac joined him on stage as well. Can I please have the following individuals on stage as well? Mr. S. Governor, Mrs. S. Governor, Mrs. Ramrathan, Mr. Rashid, our guest of honor should be there. The principal of Delhi Independent, who was responsible for Peyton in his primary school days.
Come on, come on. Right. Okay.
We can have parents join us on stage as well. Mr. and Mrs. Parkinson, this is also your mom. Ladies and gentlemen, the support of your parents is critical in the grade 12 year. So we want to say thank you to Kenyan's parents and to every parent here today. Your support has allowed your learner to soar. So DJ, you can turn off music. It's time to celebrate. Hayden, I'm going to ask you to please remain on stage. Now, we know that Hayden had basically collected a truck full of awards today, but I just also want to give you an idea of the success that he has met through the various levels. Right. Can I request Mr. Rashid as well as Colonel Mtembu and his wife to make their way to the stage? The awards just keep coming. Our guest of honor, Dr. Isaac, is making an award presentation to Caden for a cash voucher of 3,000 Rand. Thank you, Dr. Isaac, for your generous contribution. And I believe that Colonel and his wife are also honoring Caden today. Caden's been accepted to study electrical engineering at the University of KwaZulu-Natal, and I think I can safely announce a full bursary from Eskom. They heard his television interview in which he so graphically said that I'm going to find a solution to South Africa's problems. So Eskom's grabbed him up. He additionally won 10,000 Rand at the provincial awards together with a laptop. He's got 5,000 Rand at the mayoral awards and a host of prizes from his first place achievements in the mayoral awards yesterday. But most of all, the most important award that Caden receives is the admiration and love of his peers, of his educators, of his parents, and of all the people of Verulam who have succeeded because he is a child of our area. So we want to say congratulations to Caden. We know the sky is the limit, and when you are solving Eskom's problems, we're going to be able to so proudly say that's a VSS old boy. So once again, that's an amazing achievement. Thank you so much. Before I allow, there's a photo opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, do stay with us. Before I introduce the next aspect, I was Caden's teacher of English. And through the year, he would often say to me, "Why is this so complicated?" Apparently, it wasn't when he produced 95% in the subject. But more than that, I've spent the year listening to the amazing things he's had to say as I watched him grow. So today, we'd like him to show you exactly how much he has grown and have him address you, which is the key responsibility of the Ducks awardee. So Caden, if you'll make your way to the podium. And for the first time, there are no bottle marks involved. Mr. Rashid will assist us in a presentation to Colonel and Mrs. Mtembo. And before we allow him to speak, because he's going to blow your socks off, we have just one more presentation. Mr. Rashid, if you'll just wait for us, can I ask the Hutamaki representative to make their way to stage? We want to say thank you for that generous sponsorship that made so much of our awards day possible. And now that we've made Caden even more nervous than he was before, it's my privilege to introduce to you the Ducks Awardee of 2025, Mr. Caden Reese Akriban.
Good afternoon to the principal, teachers, parents, support staff, and learners. My name is Caden Reese Akriban, as I'm sure you have heard many times tonight. And as Ma'am said, I want to share my secret with you. But I promise you, I hold no secrets in the universe. I'm just a very strange child. Today, I stand before you with great joy as we celebrate the monumental moment of success class of 2025. Our class of 2025 is really excelled, but beyond this achievement is a long journey of efforts, discipline, and support. So I would like to give gratitude to those who made this journey possible. Firstly, I would like to thank the environment that gave us the tools to achieve the results that we did. Badland Secondary School. My grade achieved a 99% pass rate with 228 distinctions, and this is truly an historic achievement. I would like to thank all the principals and teachers that were pushing us to our limits and giving us all the resources that we needed to achieve the results that we did. Now, I'm sure most of my peers can agree when I say that VSS has been the best second home that we could have ever asked for. Beyond academics, VSS has provided us with the greatest support system and overall fun experience. Nobody can party like VSS. Now, I miss school, and I'm sure many of my peers will agree. Fun fact, I first came to the school in grade 9, and when I came, Mr. Governor did not want to give me place. He told my parents that the school was full and there wasn't any space for me and they must go. My parents had to come back multiple times to try and get this. Looking back, I'm super happy that Sir eventually came around and gave me this opportunity because my journey at BSS has been nothing less than extraordinary. I treasure every moment that I've spent here at BSS, all the friends that I've made along the way, all the mischief that we did. These memories will stay with me forever. School was our second home, so the teachers here were basically our parents. Mrs. M.Y. Jacobs was our mother, basically our mother of grade 12B. I would like to give a special thanks to every teacher here at BSS. Not only have you taught us the work that we needed, but you have also shaped us into the people we are today. I don't want to get sentimental or anything, but without school, it feels like a part of me is missing. Waking up in the morning without getting ready for school feels empty. Even though that we're moving on to the new chapter of our lives, it feels sad to see this absolutely amazing chapter of our life. We live this absolutely amazing chapter of our lives tonight. I feel this because, as you can tell, I really enjoy my time at BSS. Next, I would like to thank all the parents and parental figures for giving us the support that we needed to achieve the results that we did. Your support formed the foundation of our achievements. I'd like to thank my family, my mother, my father, my sister for giving me the stable environment at home that I needed to achieve the results that I did. And lastly, to the class of 2025, my friends. Today I'm overjoyed and proud of all of us for making it so far, but it's also a bittersweet moment as this is the last time that we gather as members of BSS. Our grade was truly special in the sense that we all supported each other and pushed each other forward. We had a great sense of community. I recall a time where my class had met after classes and our teacher, Ms. Denny, forgot and went home. However, my class, instead of going home early, we all stayed in school and played hide and seek. That just shows the energy we had was unmatched. Further than that, any special event that we had here where music was involved, we would mistake BSS for a proper job with the party. And the vibe is one of the things I'm going to miss the most about school. So to my friends, to conclude, I hope that in our years together, I have even the smallest impact on you. Because every single one of you seated here today has had a massive impact on me. And the memories that we share will stay with me forever. I thank the school, the parents, the learners for making the journey at BSS so special. Thank you.
You know, when Kevin was in grade 10, well, actually, when he was in grade 9, somebody showed me his maths paper, and the comment was, we need to watch this child. And then when he got to grade 10, for his first paper, he was on a cruise for the first maths paper. He came back straight from the cruise and wrote the paper. There was a small error with the paper, and I had to add 10 marks to all the learners' scripts until I came to Cadence, because he had full marks. So afterwards, I think he reminded ma'am and I that we owe him 10 marks. But at no point could we give him these 10 marks. Caden, your inspiration, truly something. I think generations to come will talk about you. Your humility, the way you speak, it's down to earth, it's beautiful. You know, many times we listen to people and they forget to thank those who helped them to get there. But I was so grateful to hear you say that you thanked your parents, you thanked your friends, and you thanked your school. Well done to you. That is truly a remarkable. At this point in time, I just want to remind you, because I have been reminded to remind you, that all awardees, you are more than welcome to come forward and take photographs with your parents and your friends. It is 20 Rand, which if you do not have the money right now, you can bring it to school at a later stage as long as you leave your email address. All photographs are 20 Rand. Just leave us your email address so those can be forwarded to you. And at the end of the function, all awardees, please come forward. We want one photograph with all of you in the photograph. At this point in time, I'm going to ask the members of the SMT to please come forward, because you're going to help to direct our special guests. Parents, awardees, and all special guests, thank you for spending this time with us. We are truly honored and grateful that you chose to spend your Saturday here with us, making this moment so special. As you travel home in the midst of the rain, we wish each of you a pleasant and a safe journey. Please take note that as you travel, please be careful, and we do wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you on behalf of VSA. All awardees, please come to the front to take an awards photograph.